And for my peeps that truly care, cause without some of them I wouldn't be here. And they all know how I feel, cause suckers be like playing themselves to have massive appeal.
Good evening, my friends, and welcome to Mass Appeal Podcast with your host, Mark Ryder, the lovely Sharel, Michael Yunus, and Smash Entertainment. Get cozy and grab a drink.
Check 1, check 2, check 3. The Mass Appeal Podcast returns.
We're here, baby. We're here.
See your mic's making that funny noise again?
Can you? I can't hear.
It isn't.
I can hear a funny noise from his mic.
Is it just? It's my. So I talk. It's my voice. It's like I just hear.
It's always his mic as well.
Funny noise.
Yours sounds
from your mic.
Chris.
Nice and clear. Evening.
I don't know. You need to get one of these mics. I think that's what these mics.
I am. I'm gonna. Because I can't have you looking so special on the thing.
Right, people. Welcome to the Mass Appeal Podcast with myself, Mark Rydos. Man, like
Mickey Two Guns.
Wait.
Oh God. That's me adjusting my cape tightly.
Cut that shit off.
I am worthy of that intro song.
Well, the topics that are up for discussion tonight, I think you might be losing your cape, in all honesty.
We'll see, man. I'll articulate myself in a particular way.
We'll see what's popping. And our special guest this evening. In fact, where's the oh shit, I forgot how to change it now.
Oh, don't give me some.
In fact, wait a minute.
Yeah, man, she can't get this one.
She can get that one.
Yeah, man. She doesn't know how to feel about it.
Cut that off.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
No, you're a special female.
Yeah, man. You provided the necessary balance for today's episode with female.
In fact, wait a minute. Is that better? Never happy, you know. Never happy.
Like that. Oh, don't start like that, Mark. Don't let's.
I was going to say
like
something. I zipped it.
Yeah.
I was going to say. I was like, let me not say what I was about to say.
Remember, think.
I'm gonna leave you to introduce yourself.
Hi, all. I'm Michelle.
Michelle, my long-time friend. In fact, how long have I known you, Michelle?
Oh,
easily over 30 years.
I think maybe you was about 7.
Over 30 years.
Longer than some of our listeners have been alive.
Yeah.
Over 30 years. Michelle, you was actually in my sister's class at school, my older sister. Who's locked in, by the way.
Hello, big sister.
Big up, big sister.
She's waving.
Hi.
She's waving. So she was in my older sister's class at school. That's how I knew Michelle.
Yeah.
And then it's mad because from there, it's just like we've intertwined over the years through people we've known, and I know some of your family.
That's right.
And father of kids, and it's Michelle's you're like my sister, really.
Yeah, I would say so.
You actually look like Angela, and everyone says it as well.
Everybody's always said that from we was in school.
Yeah, they look
say, are you two sisters?
Yeah, they look very similar. Very, very similar.
Shout out to Angela.
So we've got Michelle on this evening because Michelle normally has a lot to say.
Not really.
No, you do, Michelle. You do. You can't come on this podcast if you ain't got a lot to say. Like silent people, it's just not gonna work. So,
well, my daughter told me that I'm too much, so I thought today I'm gonna take my time with it.
No. We need you to be normal, Michelle.
Okay.
Precisely.
Yeah. That's why I was trying to give you the rum, but you declined it. She's stuck with water. She never wanted the rum and coke.
Water for me. No, white
rum.
As
the night goes on, you never know. You might be
white rum.
You have a thing or something?
No, white rum's a little bit too serious for me.
Okay. Right. So, we might as well get going.
Jump in.
In fact, why don't we tell the guests what the 3 topics are first, and then we'll start.
Well, the guests should know, Mikey. But
just in case,
the first topic is we're going to be naming our top 3 artists or groups. They can't be from the same genre as well. So 3. I think that's my cough's gone as well.
Is it?
My coughing. Yeah. 3 separate genres. The second topic is a relationship dilemma, which I'm not going to read out now. I'll read out by the time it comes around. And then the final topic, which is actually the main topic of this podcast, is have you ever felt pressured, or have you ever been pressured to be in a relationship? Can I ask a question, actually? Can everyone please share the live? Can you please share the live if you're locked in? Please
That'd be
share
much
the live.
appreciated, guys.
Yeah,
If you can do
please
that.
share the live. I was about to say something as well, and I've totally forgotten what I was going to say. I was about to say something.
Was it in regard to pressured into a relationship?
No, it was something. It'll come back to me in a minute. But yeah, if you're locked in, please share the live. So yeah, we might as well kick it off.
Let's crack on.
But no, before we kick it off, I'm not sure if you two are sort of in tune with sort of black entertainment culture.
Yeah, are you going to go into what I think you're going to go into?
No, I'm going to ask a question. Cardi B won Lady of the Year.
Oh, okay, he wasn't going. That's not where
I'm
I
not
thought you were
sure who
going.
gave it to her, but apparently Cardi B won Lady of the Year. So,
That was Billboard, wasn't it?
Can I
Somebody
can I
like
just
that.
say you,
AMAs?
you guys know how I feel about Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she is Woman of the Year. Let's just give her the Woman of the Year. Have you got a round of applause? There we go.
Oh.
Big up Cardi B. Woman of the Year.
I don't mind a bit of Cardi B. Cardi.
I like Cardi B.
Yeah. Cardi B's all
Got
right.
Mark Space.
She's a little
I
bit
love
all
me a
right.
bit of Cardi B.
Controversial.
yeah, I'm
I love me a
not
bit
going to
of
say
Cardi B.
anything. In all honesty, the fact that Cardi B won Lady of the Year, it kind of
You know what,
says,
though?
it says a lot about society, really, doesn't
It
it?
says a lot about the year. I mean, who else was going to be Lady of the
Trash.
Year?
True.
Oh.
Good point. Could have been Megan.
And I like Megan as well.
Yeah, we know. You know. Yeah, Cardi B won Lady of the Year again. I don't know who awarded it to her, but yeah. Well,
But to be fair, I actually like the fact that she's outspoken. She speaks.
love the way
she.
do you know what it is with
Whatever's
Cardi
on her
B?
mind.
It's mad because I've always actually warmed to her. And I don't know where it all went wrong.
Yeah.
For me, she's the lady, the woman next door, just the average,
Yeah.
normal. She just so happened to have got fame and fortune.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I
Yeah.
love about it.
I think for me it's when she's like poisoning society. That's what it is.
What?
Yeah. Poisoning the youth them.
kind of is a little
you
bit-
you can't do the woman so.
Well, I guess because a lot of people do follow these celebrities and what it is that they say and do.
Talk it, Michelle.
When
Talk it. See, we got a balanced person on tonight.
No.
I try and
Good
be
evening,
Let me-
Cheryl.
let's
Good
hear-
evening,
let's-
Cheryl.
Let's see what Michelle's got to
Go
say.
on,
on
Michelle.
this.
So, well, in this day and age where people are really influenced by these social influencers, Cardi B is a bit that way. But I do like her.
I like her, but
But
at the
it's
same
for-
time,
Do you think she's any more controversial or worse
Yeah.
than other controversial female artists of the past? Because I don't.
She's a bit more.
I think she's, yeah.
She's a little bit more,
If-
and because she has that platform.
Do you think if Instagram and social media were about when little Kim was at her peak, she would have been any worse than she was?
Nah,
because we were hearing her shenanigans
the thing
through,
is-
through just word of mouth.
Nah,
That's
but
how bad she was.
I've never heard little Kim admit to drugging men and robbing them and shit of that nature. I've never heard that.
I don't-
All I've heard from little Kim is her lyrics and keeping it real. I've never
what's she
seen.
saying, her lyrics?
I've never seen.
Explicit
But
stuff.
what I'm saying
Very
is,
explicit
I've
stuff.
never seen anything extracurricular from little Kim, which made me look at her and think, rare. In her lyrics, she was X-rated,
Yeah.
but still not.
And
to the,
and
but
there was some
still-
gangster element to that X-rated,
which I don't mind.
Yeah,
But she
okay.
still wasn't to the extent of Cardi
But Cardi B hasn't put that in a song. She said that to somebody, and then it became a soundbite.
No, she did an interview and admitted she used to drug men and
Oh, that
rob
wasn't
them.
an interview. Okay, let me
Yeah.
pull that. Let me retract
Yeah,
what I just
she
said.
did.
there.
She
She
actually
said that in an
said that.
interview. You can't incriminate yourself like that. Yeah, but you know what though? A lot of women do that.
Do
Not
what?
the drug part. They rob
Oh.
them though.
I was just about to
Oh,
say.
you know what?
a lot.
When you say drug them, like a lot of women might like sit down and drink with a dude till he gets drunk, and will just raid out his pockets and his jewelry and then bounce.
Never happened to
I-
me still.
It's never happened to me, but I mean,
I'd have to
it's
disagree
happened.
with a lot. I don't know about attaching
A
the
lot
word a
doesn't
lot
mean
to
a
that.
majority.
I think
A lot sounds
A lot-
like
A
a
lot
lot.
could be. A lot could be
Yeah,
20. Don't you think 20 people is a lot?
Well, maybe few should be the
I
words.
think
a lot is a lot.
A lot of those shenanigans are more. It's more shit which happens in the States than over here.
No, that happens here.
No,
I know
no,
women that
no.
do that.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen here. What I'm saying is it happens more in the States because I think in the States they're more desperate. I think in the States they go to the extreme. But anyway, look.
Have you ever hung outside the cross? You ever drove past the Cross Guns pub?
I used to live on that
Saw the
road.
women out there. You understand what I'm saying? You can just see the women out there. What do you think they're doing?
Listen, this isn't a Cardi B pod anyway. So,
Big up Cardi B.
Are you up to speed with the Dutchavelli
I don't even
drama?
know. I'm
You
personally
know, my
going to go into
children were
that.
talking at see now I sounded like the big old lady here.
When I was a kid.
No, my lot were talking about that in the kitchen today. What was that yesterday? Shin quickly text me something and tell me. And they were going on about him, young people, some young
Yeah, I
person,
mean,
and he's supposed to be cancelled.
So-
And then when I asked the question, I was told, "Oh, Mum, you don't know about this."
Can I just first say, for legal reasons, so we don't get pulled anything like that if we're going up on social media.
Oh,
Right, so far, even though we know that it's jaggeries that's going on, it's alleged at the moment.
Alleged, yeah,
It's
yeah,
alleged at the
Okay.
moment.
Yeah, it's alleged.
Yeah.
Nothing's been proven,
Yeah.
but
Right.
there was images of... We talk about the covenants, come back. There were images of text messages, or sorry, DMs between him and the 14-year-old girl,
I'm not
apparently.
entirely sure of all the evidence. I'm kind of just seeing bits and pieces.
Yeah. There were some.
Yeah.
There were some images, but again, images can actually be doctored,
Right.
Very, very easily.
Okay.
So you don't even know if that's genuine. But then there were some sound bites as well from him. But I don't think on any of the sound bites he was saying anything crazy. But there was some on one of the DMs. Is about something about send me pictures of your foot or something.
Right.
Like, listen,
Right, so-
each to their own, innit? Like,
You see, like, so I don't want to sound like I'm an apologist for anything that shouldn't be going on.
pedophiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for you, maybe you've said pedophiles and I just totally lost track of what I was gonna say.
But that's what it is, though, innit?
Um,
That's what it is, man.
I think in today's day and age as well, and this isn't in defense of him, it's in defense of a lot of people who get accused of, can be anything in today's day and age with the
Yeah.
internet and with the technology we have. We have to be careful sometimes
Yeah.
before we go at people 100%. That's why, remember when the accusation of the guy with the little girl, remember even on there,
We both said the same
I
thing.
said,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah, yeah.
I couldn't have been entirely sure. I didn't want to share the information because I didn't know whether it was genuinely him or somebody that just didn't like the guy and put his image out there.
I think the thing about Dutch, though, the situation is you've got the mum coming out with some long ass statements.
That statement was dodgy though.
And then
What did she say? I don't know.
One
about
She
that.
basically denied everything, but she was denying it point by point, and I thought it was unusual.
Yeah, and then one of the
But
comments,
just personally,
one of the comments was, sometimes I message him from my daughter's phone. Who does that? What? Who does
I
that?
will say something because I said this to my I got
Okay.
some brethren who they're really really angry with Dutch, and I mean they've just cancelled him. Like they're talking about if you play him around and you're due to get licked down and all them kind of things there. But I was saying, so my mother, for instance, she will sometimes message me through my niece's Instagram.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I know that there are some people who do those kind of things.
May just do.
So I'm not saying that's what has happened in that instance, but I know that there are some bigger people who aren't particularly technologically savvy that may do that. Because I will get a random message.
I don't think that's her mum, no, because the mum put out a statement, I believe, on her own Facebook or her own Instagram. So why would you be in your daughter's phone sending messages
Yeah.
to a man?
Personally, me personally, I wouldn't message if I'm trying to entertain or court a woman. I'm not doing.
Man said court. you
I'm
know.
not doing. I'm not.
Old school. Court.
I'm not doing that through a minor's phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'd have to either pick up the phone and talk, or I'm going to tell you we can't have this conversation through here. We have to do it by
Yeah,
the That's just me
the
personally.
whole thing's dodgy, man. The whole thing's dodgy. But anyway, let's come off Dutch. Hopefully that situation.
Irons itself out. You know what? Also, I thought was because I heard that he's in Dubai making music and stuff.
Yeah.
He may not even be aware of what's going on.
No, he
social
knows.
media.
No, he knows.
Because he may have just turned off. You know, people just turn off their social media and stuff.
No, he knows, Mike. He put out a statement.
Did he?
Saying none of you dusty rappers taught my name or something like that.
Okay.
He knows what's going on.
Okay.
So the question is he cancelled? Because that's what.
He's not cancelled at this moment in time.
Okay, so my thing is as well, and it's not to say that it's the same kind of thing, but I was having this discussion with some friends of mine who, when text messages and a statement came out from, say, Megan, when she had her incident, They straight away said, "Why we don't know all the evidence, you know, and you know what I mean, and
that was my approach.
you can't really trust the text messaging because there's Photoshop out there." And I was like, "All right, cool." And then this happened, and they're like, "Yeah, man, you see all the evidence."
No, but the thing is,
I think what it is is the subject matter.
Right. So I'm saying the subject I understand is different, but I'm saying the evidence itself is pretty much the same. But the mother and the girl haven't come out and said anything. And again, this isn't me defending or being an apologist for it. I'm just saying, if we're going to look at evidence, we should just treat all the same. So if we're saying, you know what I mean? If we're saying that we're going to trust text messages, we just have to trust all text messages.
Yeah, what you're saying is right, but the thing is that logic doesn't. It's
because remember,
a situation that involves grooming and paedophilia, it's never.
It's a sensitive topic.
Yeah, so because it's a sensitive topic, emotions get involved, and when emotions get involved, people don't
stop thinking clearly. Which I understand.
Exactly.
I understand. So remember, my position was I believed Megan's texts and what her statement was.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. So when I see now, we're gonna have to because we're gonna have to have a little talk about that in a bit. But with in regard to this, because I haven't looked at all the stuff, but if I looked at it and I saw it looked as conclusive as the Megan case in regard to the amount of messages and statements and stuff, I'd say be like, yeah, that looks like it's legit.
But by the time we do the next pod, more information will be out on it.
do.
To the people who are locked in anyway, is Dutchavelli cancelled or is he still?
People in
the comments saying he's cancelled.
But people are fickle. People will say he's cancelled and he'll be getting played on radio.
Let's ask the people. Is Dutchavelli cancelled? That's the question. Personally, at this moment in time, I need more evidence. I'm not saying he's not guilty. At the same time, I'm not saying he's innocent. Is that the same thing? I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent.
Yeah, you're on the fence.
You're on the fence.
I'm on the fence as well.
I just need more evidence.
I'm on the fence.
I think trial by social media is a little bit harsh.
It's the worst. And you know what? The campaign, and here's my other issue as well. There's a lot of people coming out speaking about this topic in particular and aiming all their fire at him. And I'm like, yeah, but your brethren, that hangs outside schools, literally. And scraping up girls. When the yard man them that I shout, you look rapey, my size, you look ripe. That's them. See them people, you have to bond them out too, innit? You know what I'm saying though? You have to bond them out too.
Yeah, big up Tyrone in the comments saying, Mikey don't start. Yeah, Mikey don't start, Mike.
What I'm saying though is people have to be consistent with it.
No, Mikey, listen. I agree.
Yeah.
But you already know that is not how it goes. It should be.
It's not how it goes, but it doesn't mean I can't say that's how it should go.
No. And I agree with you.
Yeah, you get me?
Because wrong is wrong.
Yeah. So there are people out there that may be watching that know people. They've got brethrens who are doing them things, and you need to bond them out too.
Agreed.
Okay, listen. Let's get off Dutchavelli. I asked the question: is he cancelled? Couple people have responded saying he's cancelled. All right, listen.
Is that the general consensus?
Well,
maybe
were
others
people
don't know.
listening to him anyway?
I'm just about to say it's only because of the conversation that happened in my house yesterday why I even know this.
Now, I like Dutchavelli.
Because I don't know that guy.
I like him, man. He's got a certain tone to his voice, and I like his rhymes as well. Like, I'm a positive person, but I love negative music.
I hear that.
A little bit.
He's done music with my brother before as well.
Oh, is he?
They've got a song together.
Okay.
So I don't know him personally. Do you know what I mean?
I like Dutch as an artist, but let's wait and see, man. Let's wait and see. Anyway, look, let's move on to the first topic. Watch Law and Order.
I do. I like that one.
Innit? Yeah.
Like that one there.
In court.
Professional
evidence.
setup here, you know. Right, so we're going to name our top 3 artists or groups from any genre. It can't be 2 artists from the same genre. So, 15 minutes to do this. Yeah?
Okay.
Not a long thing. 15
Mark
minutes.
likes to give these time limits.
No,
and
because
things,
But
you
you're
know.
supposed to have
Michelle,
time limits.
what it is, Michelle?
have
With Mikey, you have to give a time limit.
You
Because
do.
Mikey will stand some artists from 1925 for 20 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but hear what I'm saying. I have to provide context for some of my answers.
Yeah, behind. I
You
understand
understand?
that.
So
Yeah,
a man
that
just wanted to
makes
say
sense.
yes or no.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't, and you can't just yes and
You've
no.
got to give the reason
You have to give
behind
a- you
why
have to
that
give
is your
context, yeah.
choice.
So,
I agree. Yeah.
20 minutes max. 20 minutes max. 20
I
minutes
know,
max.
I know the
Extra
time limit was
5 in.
designed for me only.
Okay.
Right. So. I'm gonna kick it off. Right. First genre, hip hop. Now this was really close, and it was out of Wu-Tang,
Right,
Rick Ross,
right.
and Mobb Deep.
Explain why it was
Ross?
close. Why was it close?
Rick Ross is a
one of the-
serious
yeah, he is,
artist,
he
the
is.
lyricist,
Yeah.
the production, the rhymes, the
Yeah,
rhymes
but I just don't
motivated.
think that he's got enough time.
He's the most consistent artist of the last 20 years.
Over the last 10 or 15 years, Rick Ross's albums, even though he doesn't go platinum and sometimes he doesn't go gold, his albums are
They're the most
quality,
consistent. Most consistent.
the production. But anyway, look. It was out of those three.
Okay.
Now the way that I broke this down,
Right. I think I know where you're going to go.
it was lyrics, production, and the way the actual songs make me feel and the energy they give me. And had to go with Mobb Deep.
Oh, really?
Had
Okay.
To, had to go with Mobb Deep.
You went a
Had to
different,
go
you
with
went,
Mobb
you went a
Deep.
different direction than I thought you were going to go.
Had to go with Mobb Deep.
I ain't mad at
man.
Mobb Deep.
choice.
I ain't mad at Mobb Deep.
Yeah, had to go with Mobb Deep. The notes I've written, the first album was a flop. Then I went back to the drawing board.
The first album was Hell on Earth, right?
No.
the first album?
That was like the third one. The first album, I forgot what it was called now.
It was
it's when they were youths. It's when they were
there
youths.
was
Oh, Mikey.
yeah. What was
His face.
what were the albums? Because I'm trying to can't remember the names of the albums.
I
now.
can't
In the
remember the
comments,
name
what
of
was,
the
what was Mobb Deep's first album called?
Tyrone might
I
know.
remember there was a track on there called Peer Pressure. I can't remember.
Juvenile Hell.
Juvenile Hell.
That's the
Was that
one.
it?
That's the one.
Right, okay.
Juvenile Hell. Then it was Hell on Earth, right?
No.
Which is-
No. Right. So the first album was a flop.
Right.
Then I went back to the drawing board, came back with the infamous.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the third album, which was Hell on Earth.
The third.
Yeah, Hell on Earth was the third one.
Okay.
And to me, the infamous and Hell on Earth are by far two of the greatest hip hop albums
They are.
ever. Now, everyone always by default goes to the infamous
Yes.
because you got Shook Ones on there and Survival of the Fittest. But I actually think Hell on Earth.
Which tracks were on Hell on Earth?
You've got the title track, Hell on Earth.
Yeah.
You've got the G.O.D. Part 3.
Yeah.
What's the tune with Method Man? There's tune with Method Man on there. Tune with Raekwon on there. Drop a Gem on them. The two-pack disc, which is by... Do you know what? When I talk about diss tracks, that is one of the hardest diss tracks ever. Drop a Gem on them. It never gets mentioned. Havoc, for me, is probably the grimiest producer in hip-hop.
I think he's one of the most underrated producers of all
Yeah.
time.
And Prodigy, as a lyricist, there was a time, and even Jay-Z admitted it, he was the best lyricist out.
You think so?
Yeah. Even Jay-Z
He
admitted it.
had a moment.
Yeah, Prodigy, his lyrics are just...
They do resonate with you, particularly if you're from the streets. Because it really did
Yeah,
resonate
man.
with me.
I love that dirty shit,
He
man.
got a bit lazy as he got older, though.
Debatable.
Debatable.
There's lazy.
His HNIC albums, he wasn't lazy on those. But on everything else, I felt like as he got older, he just knew he could say whatever he wanted, and he had that many fans, it didn't matter. He could have said,
Okay. But anyway, that's my first one. Mobb Deep. Michelle.
I love to know how we're getting through this in 20 minutes. Anyway, that's not a bad choice. Mine is Nazia Jones.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Naz.
Okay.
All the way. We need some context behind that.
Yeah, we do.
It would be nice,
I
Michelle.
would
I
like
would
it. 'Cause
say-
I've got
I
a little
would
bit to say on Nas as well. but go
Don't
on.
say anything negative because it's handbags at 10 paces. So, no, Nas, I would say, is the greatest lyricist, full stop.
Okay.
I will say that his albums are consistent. All of them. They are. All of them.
Nah.
And obviously, hold on, let me give it to you.
Let me hear
And
this.
we all know that Illmatic is the greatest album, and it is actually
Right.
in the top
5. Top 3.
it's definitely got to be in hip hop. And as of albums of all time, it's actually in the top 30, I believe.
You know, with Nas's album, for me, his first 3 albums, in my opinion, are masterpieces.
Yes.
So Illmatic,
Stillmatic.
no, Illmatic, I Am. No, Illmatic, It Was Written, then I Am. Those 3 albums are masterpieces.
Which is the one when he's the Sphinx on the cover? Which
That's
one's it?
I Am.
Okay.
Right? Those 3 are masterpieces. Then after that, for about the next 10 albums, because he was making an album every few months after a while, they were garbage in my opinion. Stillmatic was okay.
That was good.
I'd give that about a
Is
7.5.
that the one with Hate Me Now on it?
No, that's I Am.
Oh, is it? I love that.
Yeah, because I was really a big Nas fan, so I know all his catalog because I kept on buying the albums, hoping he'd have a good album again. Stillmatic was good. God's Son, I didn't like at the time, but as I've gone older, with a more mature ear, I go back to it, and I appreciate the music more.
I like the last 2 as well.
But his last album, the one that just come out this year,
nice,
is exceptional.
Oh yeah. The one he did with the Kanye shit.
I didn't hear those.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Because I just stopped listening to it because I was like,
well, this is my opinion. Thank you very much.
And you're allowed to have it.
And I'm allowed to have
Mike,
my
he
opinion.
likes to question everyone's opinion.
Absolutely,
You'll notice
and
this, you'll
throw
notice.
some extra stuff in as well. So I would think, and he's your rapper's favourite rapper.
Anybody,
does anybody want to argue that? Because even when you want to talk about Prodigy, when they made their second album, I watched an interview the other day actually, they talked about the fact that having conversation with Nas and making their second album, and that's why it was so good.
I think all of Queensbridge at that time, they were all just a unit. And they all were just bouncing off each other. So yeah, that's cool. All right then, Mikey.
Good choice.
Mikey.
Both good choices actually. So again, for me, it was a toss-up between. There's been many. I'm a big hip hop fan, but there's been many artists that have had an influence over my life as I grew up. But if I was to pick 2, so I had to narrow it down, and I picked 2, and it was between Wu-Tang and M.O.P.
Okay.
Onyx was really close there in third as well.
Interesting.
And then I thought to myself, okay, then it was really hard for me to pick between Wu-Tang and M.O.P. because for me,
mash out pussy.
In terms of the test of time and music that's still releasing, I prefer M.O.P. stuff now. You know what I mean? I really like M.O.P.
Yeah.
I listen to them all the time. Wu-Tang haven't aged so well as time has gone on. However, if I was going to talk about the group that I felt like influenced me the most, had the most...
had you wearing Wu-Tang jeans down Soul Road?
Baggy jeans, had me twisting up my face and my hat pulled down. That's Wu-Tang, man. Wu-Tang were like the be-all and end-all for me throughout a lot of my childhood. Throughout the 90s, all the 90s, and the very early 2000s, it was everything Wu-Tang for me.
All right, cool.
Everything Wu-Tang.
Can't be angry at that one.
Everything
As I said, mine was out of Wu-Tang and Mobb Deep, but I think Mobb Deep for me just picked it. All right then, so next choice for me is R&B. This was easy.
Really?
Easy peasy. Easy. In fact, you know, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can.
Jodeci.
I knew it was going to be Jodeci before you even said anything.
Yeah, but their time's done now.
Don't matter.
Okay.
Don't matter. Michelle, listen to the production.
I
Listen.
know. Devontae's a beast.
You know what?
Listen. Wait. Here he is. Jeez!
Yo, you know what?
That album is quality.
I have to rate the way you got the soundbite and stuck it in the desk.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean?
That's come off the laptop.
Was after that top?
iTunes, listen. Jodeci by a mile. Now, I know they weren't the most consistent. They never released the most albums.
Yes.
But if you ask me, they changed R&B.
Yes.
Because prior to Jodeci, for me, it was just like, I didn't really like R&B. It was all suit and tie and everyone's smart and everyone dancing the same and with the mics. Jodeci come out and they were just, I think they were labelled as the bad boys of R&B. And for me,
No,
whenever,
that was Bobby Brown. Anyway.
Bobby Brown was the original, but they were labelled as the bad boys of R&B. And
Their dress code as
that's how
well.
they carried themselves as well. But anyway, forget all of that. The music itself is just, Jodeci, man. Jodeci. Like, again, 2 classic albums, Diary of a Mad Band, and then the show, the after party in the hotel, classic tracks, Feeling, Cry For You, Freaking You, and Alone, which I just played. It's my favourite tune, or one of my favourite tunes. And back in the day, Jodeci were one of the only R&B groups that the bad man would like let you know they actually listen to and shit. You know what I mean? Like I had the Jodeci poster up on the wall, you get me, in the bedroom and that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Went to the concerts when they came. Like, nah, Jodeci, man. Easy choice.
How many
for me.
albums did they have in total?
I think they've got Forever My Lady, and then it was
Forever My Lady's a good album.
yeah, and then it was
There's 4, because then
they released one a couple of years ago, didn't they? Which
Yeah.
didn't do too well.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4. If
Are they disbanded now?
they cracked out, I think, but yeah, Jodeci, man,
Goddamn.
easy for me,
yeah,
easy.
Casey was
Okay.
a little bit of a hot mess, but Jodeci's nice.
Okay, Michelle.
A little bit of a hot mess.
You know what? I couldn't figure out which one with R&B. So what I did is I thought, let me kind of pause R&B-ish. And my next top artist of all time is Michael Jackson.
Oh, yep. Okay.
And what did I say to you earlier when you posted that thing?
Yeah.
I had to go with Michael, and obviously he got the title as the King of Pop, but that man was just an all-round
Remarkable.
entertainer,
Remarkable.
and he's got to be one of the greatest of our times.
Yeah,
Full
easily,
stop.
easily.
I think the only other person before Michael Jackson would have to be Sammy Davis Jr., if anybody knows who that is.
Yeah,
So he is an entertainer because, you know, he acted, he danced, he and sung as well.
Yeah.
However, Michael Jackson, he's some next level artist.
Yeah.
There isn't another. Well, Prince is kind of close to how great.
I don't think he is.
I think it was not too. It was, especially because you could play all instruments as well. So
in-
when we're
in terms
talking
of
about
genius,
like that,
yeah.
yes. But Michael Jackson was a next level of genius. There's nobody close to him,
I agree.
and I believe his greatest album. I know people think it's Thriller, but I think the After War album is the best Michael Jackson album.
I like that actually.
The Bad album is a good album, but the After War album, you go back and listen to that album, and again, that album is in the top 20 of greatest albums of all time.
I'm not mad at your choice.
And let me come back.
Tyrone says you're pulling cheat cards by saying Michael Jackson.
Oh, you know what? I did think as well. That's the easy option, isn't it, to say Michael Jackson?
You know what? It's
So
not
I
the easy
kind of-
option, in my opinion. It's not the easy option.
I don't know. If a Michael Jackson album came out when I was a youth, was going to go and buy that over a Mobb Deep or Wu-Tang album? No. I personally wasn't. But listen, it's your choice. It's your choice. So
But also, just to add with your Jodeci, that Diary of
Mad Band.
that's actually one of in the top. I don't know where it is, but it is in the top 500 albums of all time as
man.
well.
Serious album, man.
Right.
Serious album.
But yeah, our Mike.
You know, it's a funny thing you say, Mike, because my second choice was going to be Mike.
Was it?
Yeah, it's Michael
Okay.
Jackson.
My guy.
Michael Jackson.
Fair play.
And for me, I was going to say either Jackson 5 or Michael Jackson. Then I thought to myself, you know what, Mike? Even though you liked the Jackson 5's music, you went to the Jackson 5 later. You didn't actually start by listening to Jackson 5. You really were a fan of Michael Jackson. And because you knew he was in the Jackson 5, you went back to listen to the Jackson 5's catalogue.
They're great.
And for me, if anyone that'll tell you, when I was a youth, I was a Michael Jackson fan. I was trying to figure out how to get my hair waving.
You see, that's why he's bold now, you know. he left the texturizing
Too
him
much
too
perm
long.
in there.
Yeah, Bonat is there.
Yo, I was trying to do all his moves. I was watching his moves, all his films. And like you said, so there's 4 solo albums that Michael Jackson did that for me are 4 of the greatest albums of all time. After War, Thriller, Bad, Dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous, a little less so than the first 3. But
Still
great
have loads
albums nonetheless, you know. And for me, when I was thinking about it, which album did you think was better, After War or Thriller? And the reason why I'll go with Thriller is because
It's a bit more up to date, isn't it?
yeah, but also it just my childhood was listening to Thriller. Do you know what I mean? I remember I had the video. I had an auntie who bought me as like a birthday present the VHS of Thriller.
Clink clunk.
And it had like a documentary at the end of it. And
Yes.
everything.
I remember where I was when I first saw that video. I was at my nan's
Amazing.
house. I was at my nan's house and I came outside. It's probably 9:30 at night. I was with my mum and I looked up and the moon was full and I shit myself. I swear to God, I'll never forget where I was when I first seen it, man.
You know what I mean?
Shit
This is what I'm
myself, man.
saying, man. I'm listening to his music, and I can go back, and it's funny, you know, because every now and then, even as a big man and decades later, I would still slap on some Michael Jackson in the car. You know what I mean? I would go back to stuff. I would genuinely do
There's
that.
two artists who I can just put on and it's not on. Michael Jackson and Bob Marley.
There you go. You understand? This is what I'm saying. Like if I go in the car, I know it's a Jackson 5 tune, but if I go in the car now and I put on "Can You Feel It" on the Jackson 5, I'm like, I'm listening to that. I'm like, yo, this is a rhythm. You know what I mean?
Sorry, Mikey. People who are locked in. Who would your top 3 artists be? There's a couple of people that have already.
See, Angela says, I thought you were going to say Mary.
Actually, you know what?
I was going to go with Mary because I love me some Mary.
But Angela's only saying that because she had that Mary J album, the first one,
What's
411.
the 411, hun?
Yeah, she had that, and I think I used to have teeth off her and listen to it.
The album was a great album, and everybody wanted to dress like Mary. Hair.
All right, then.
clothes,
Do you think
everything.
that album is better than Jodie's first album?
I would say, ooh.
No, not the first one. Sorry, Diary of a Mad Band.
Pretty close because there's a track on there with Casey.
Yeah.
And that is an amazing track. Even now,
I tell you
can
what,
drop
I hate to say it, but there's a track on there with R. Kelly as well.
Really? Which track?
I said I hate to say it. At the time though,
I'm sure it's called. It's called. It's on. I'll find it.
I can't think what
This-
song you are because I thought I know
Yeah,
all of those.
There's a tune there with R. Kelly.
But you know what? When you say R. Kelly, you've got to. If we're separating the man from the music, we have to admit that the
Controversial.
He
man,
was a genius.
the man is a musical genius. Yes, he's whatever it is. But the tune. I'm sorry, I still play R. Kelly.
For real. Okay. You know what? You're a brave woman for you know, you do these
Oh,
things.
yes, and I'm live and I'm saying it. I still rock R. Kelly because I separate the man from the music.
Separate
and
the arse from the man.
That's right. And his tunes bang.
Okay.
His writing ability and his production.
His writing and his production are second to
are
none.
just... we gotta say
Yeah,
it is what it is. Okay, let's wind it back.
Moving swiftly on.
Yes, okay.
My final one, which no one's gonna know, no one, unless you're a garage head, you will not have any idea of who I'm talking about. And when I say garage, I'm not talking about Miss Dynamite and Soul Solid and Pay As You Go. I'm talking about back in the day garage, like 1995 shit.
When it used to be in the small room.
Yes, Michelle knows. So my third artist, it's a garage collective called the Anthill Mob. Again, you probably have no idea of who they are.
Sample.
Wait a minute. Let
Give the
me,
people a
The
sample.
Anthill Mob. I have heard that.
so
name
you've definitely
before.
heard this tune because
I've heard the name.
I always play this tune every time I DJ. I play this all the time.
So
You've
they're,
heard this.
they're like pioneers of the music.
In a sense, yeah.
Okay.
In a sense. In a sense. Wait for the bass line. Wait for the bass line. Like the only DJs that play this, and me and Fonty and EZ, that's it. Going out to Mikey, out to the sexy girl in the corner, out to the ravers. Hold tight. Right. Some people will know that tune, some people won't. But yeah, that's the Anthill Mob, man. They've got a whole host of In fact, a tune you would definitely know.
You know, when it comes to some of these garage guys, do they have like
You know
actual
this one?
full albums,
EPs.
EPs? Okay.
Burning Anthill Mob. Everyone knows this tune. See, this is my kind of garage. Even though when you're DJing, you have to play what people like in it.
Yeah.
But this is my kind of old school 4/4 garage.
This is when, remember, the main room was jungle and they'd have a little side room and they used to play house.
Who knows about these tunes? Who knows about
Find
these
the odd
tunes?
people in the little small house room at the side and then the house room became the main room.
I'm playing garage. Andrew's in the comments about Keith Sweat.
Hey, Keith Sweat. He could be a contender.
Yes, that's Anthill Mob. I just love the style of their production. Just bass driven, 4/4 vocal samples, like just classic shit. But again, I don't expect anyone to know that. But yeah, Anthill Mob. Michelle.
Sorry, can I just say before you go on, Michelle, I appreciate that you can pick an artist that is so obscure from a genre and just be unapologetic with it. That's what it's about. Someone that's your favourite. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, you like what you like,
Yeah,
innit?
exactly.
You like what you like.
You know what I mean?
Well, so this was a real difficult one. I didn't know who was going to be because I thought, let me go over to reggae, a bit of reggae bashment, dancehall.
Okay.
So then I thought, Berris is one of my favourites. Beresford Hammond.
Okay.
We love Berris because he's just the best. But then I thought, you know what? I'm going with Budgie Banton, Marcus Anthony. So we like our Marcus, and I love all of his albums, especially.
That's your name?
His name's Marcus Anthony.
Clark.
Myri.
I thought you were bigging up.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Marcus Anthony Myri.
Call me Bougie from now, innit?
Buju.
Buju.
Yes.
I met him in Portugal last year, I was starstruck.
Nice.
And I've never really been starstruck. So I was over in Portugal looking after certain artists. Steph London was one of them. We was talking about Dutch. I was looking after a few different artists. And when Buju came through, driver, I was like, woo! Buju, can I take a picture, please? I was starstruck.
I love Budgie Banton, and I love his first album that was back in Dancehall Bashment.
92, 93?
Yeah, 92, I believe, Mr. Mention, and that's got all of them.
Them times, I was
Batty Rider
I was wearing
and
bare jeans with bullet holes and them things.
I remember
And the shirt, remember the shirts with the bullet holes in the back?
man, and you could wear the dungarees with one strap on and one strap off.
Oh,
and
Yep,
Yeah,
all
but
of those, all of that.
You know
different
what?
kind of
Do you know
style
what?
back
Do
then,
you know what I love about the bashment times in Birmingham?
Yeah.
Do you know what I fucking love? You'd go to a house party on Albert Road. Albert Road is where all the house parties used to happen.
Yeah, man, all around that area. Yeah,
Yeah.
all around them parts.
So you would go to a house party on Albert Road as a youth, I'm in there, I'm like 14, 15.
Yeah.
But the maddest thing? You see all this madness that goes on now with the gangs? Aston, Hands. Everybody was in the same dance.
Yes.
I'm in this dance
Yeah.
with man now who are like top of the top or locked up for 35 years.
yeah.
And I'm in there with them man there
In the
who
little
were
shubs.
friends with the other man and everyone's in the
The
dance
Shubs
together.
enjoying themselves.
Them times.
And it was, is it Oxford Road as well?
Yeah.
Hampstead Road used to have lots of parties in them
What
big
was that-
houses.
what was the-
Churchill Road.
Churchill Road. Sorry, Churchill Road.
Yeah,
That's it.
Churchill
Churchill
Road.
Road.
There's another road that I can't remember up in Handsworth that we used to go to.
Yes, so there was. But
Tyrone, sorry, in the comments, if you can remember the shubs that we used to travel to.
Mikey, the camera's
Near where
there.
the little, there it goes. Near where the little is. I'm looking at the
Point that
screen,
TV.
Me and technology, Tyrone Benjamin. If you can remember the shubs, that road that we used to go to the shubs in every week, near where the
Shubs,
little is, near where the little is now. Just put that down in the
was that
conversation, please.
St. Peter's Road?
I can't remember.
St. Peter's, that was another one. St. Peter's Road.
St.
But
Peter's Road.
I was too scared to go into the house parties in St. Peter's Road. I just drive past. I was too scared, man.
Yeah,
Too
St.
scared.
Peter's Road was a bit, yeah. But anyway, Buju is my choice. And as I said,
Okay.
his very first album, Mr. Mention, that was when he was kind of a little bit into the slackness and everybody used to kill out and dance up in the middle and all the rest of it.
Buju,
But-
that's
I
a sick choice, man.
appreciate
I
a little bit of
appreciate
skinny
that.
now. Do you know what I mean?
But then when you look at his other albums like Till Shiloh and then Inner Heights, my gosh. Anyway, that's
Okay.
it, Buju.
Good choice, man. Mikey, last one.
It's mad because you had an obscure choice. Michelle's had a choice where we can both relate to because for me, Buju's such a cultural icon, and we can all appreciate him. But I'm gonna go back to something that we may all know the name of the group, but you may not be particularly familiar with their music, maybe one or two tunes. And I told you I was given an Easter
Come
egg.
with it, man.
I was given an Easter egg on the
Come with it, man.
on the social media. It's Queen.
Okay.
I'm going straight to power rock ballads.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And for me, in my opinion, Queen are the greatest band of all time.
Let me ask you a question.
They are one of the top.
You've mentioned Queen.
Yeah.
You've said they're one of the greatest bands of all time.
I think they're the single greatest band of all time.
Radio Gaga.
Right.
Are you familiar with the video?
Yes.
Where was the inspiration from that video taken from?
I have no idea.
Why would you know that?
I have no idea. Where was it? Please educate me. Because for people that don't know, that Radio Gaga, that's the one where he's in a miniskirt vacuuming the house, right?
No. That's I Wanna Break Free.
That's the one I break free. So
Yeah.
Radio Gaga was.
It's
video
black.
is that?
It's black and white.
Yeah.
And they're flying around. They're flying around like this. Okay.
I can't remember the
The
video.
inspiration is taken from a film called Metropolis.
Okay.
Okay, which is an elitist film.
Right.
Okay.
Are we going straight to tin foil hat
No.
territory? Okay, go on.
No,
I'm
Google
listening.
it.
Okay.
It's an elitist film.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga gets her name from that song.
From the song from Queen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do some digging and some research.
I just know shit.
Just no shit. You can go on to that. You can go on to that Chase the Dealer show.
That's for me. But
You know what I mean?
don't get stuck down a rabbit hole. But yeah, that's the story that I'm sorry, but carry on.
Experience. Yeah, so for me, I think that Queen are the single greatest band of all time. Now I know a lot of people that know me, but people that know me personally will see me literally in Queen memorabilia. You'll see me in Queen t-shirts.
Too far.
You see me for real. Like
man.
I'm a big fan.
I can't knock it.
I really am a big fan.
One of my favorite groups, which I'm not gonna buy their album before Mobb Deep, was Nirvana.
There you go.
They weren't bad.
Smells like
go.
Teen Spirit.
For me,
They
when
weren't
I'm
bad.
thinking of songs, they've got so many iconic, timeless songs that have gone down in history. And when you listen to something like Bohemian Rhapsody, it's a masterpiece. Like, how do you think of that?
It is.
Do you know what I mean? And then if you can go further afield and listen, they've got a soundtrack, which I think is the greatest soundtrack to any film of all time. The Highlander film, if you've ever watched the Highlander film, Who Wants to Live Forever?
Debate.
That's a good tune actually.
Absolutely brilliant.
But I wouldn't say it's the greatest of all
I
time.
think the album is the greatest soundtrack to a movie that a group has done of all time, in my opinion. That's in my opinion.
Okay.
All right, let's thanks a lot, Mikey. Sorry. Let's read some of these comments. So
go ahead.
Nikki Smith, he's saying Mary J all the way, but I do love some Jodeci. Angela saying she thought I was going to say Mary J. Steven saying SWV. SWV are a good group, you know.
Yes, they are.
Very good group. Tyrone, we've already read that one. Angela saying Afterward, still got that album.
Yeah.
Jermaine saying Joe. Joe's got some
Joe's
tunes, you know.
nice, you
but you
know.
know something about Joe?
I do have his albums.
I've never been able to like relate to Joe. Because
do
when
have his albums.
when I see bold geezers with goatee beards, sorry Mikey, but I just see them as gal teeth. I see them as gal teeth based off Joe. Like all of these songs are like, you know what? If you won't suck your lady's toes, I'll suck them and come with me and I'll be your man.
Go ahead, Joe.
Baby,
Go ahead,
wanna do. Oh, fuck off, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, leave me alone in my relationship. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of them kind of geese. I've never been able to get into Joe, but listen, I hear you, Jermaine.
Yeah, I draw the line.
Genuine. I like Genuine as well.
Yeah.
Jermaine saying R. Kelly got cancelled. Nikki saying she still listens to R. Kelly. Naomi, I still play R. Kelly. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
It's one of the
Great
best
album.
albums of all time, in my
It
opinion.
is, and it's in the I
But
believe it's in the top 20.
But is she one of the greatest artists of all time?
I can't. You know why I can't
She
give it to her.
was.
You know why I can't.
One album?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
One
ain't got the
album.
body of work. Where's the consistency?
Yeah.
We needed more.
Yeah.
We did.
One album.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's move on to
Hold on. Somebody said Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac. Where's
Yeah, I
that?
think that's.
Yeah, I'd argue Fleetwood Mac are a great band. They are.
Okay.
They are.
Have to agree. Yeah.
We're getting into that territory then. All right, we must drop the Eagles in there, you know what I mean? What about the Eagles?
The Eagles are bad, you know.
What about the Eagles?
The Eagles
But
are
when
bad.
it comes to that
Listen,
kind of music,
Do you know that for a long time I didn't realize the Eagles were a separate band. I thought it was just the Beatles.
eh?
The Eagles, one of the biggest selling bands of all time.